Let's talk about queer representation in Monster High. Brought to life in 2007 by toymaker Garrett Sander and Mattel, the world of Monster High was first brought to the public in 2010. Since the original release, 3 different generations of Monster High have been birthed. With the creator Garrett Sander himself being gay, ever since the start, fans have been tuned into the queer-coded nature of the show and its characters, with one of the show's main underlying themes being that all of them should accept one another despite their differences, and their quote-unquote monstrous qualities. Some of the core focal original characters included Draculara, Frankie Stein, Claudine Wolfe, Gulia Yelps, Laguna Blue, and Cleo Denial. Audiences noticed a key difference with Claudine's character and storyline from Cleo and Draculara. The character's main focus wasn't a love interest. After fans pointed out the numerous sapphic undertones, Garrett, the creator, publicly commented that he supported fan theories that Claudine was indeed lesbian. He also went on to comment that the studio pushed back on making that storyline canon in the early seasons. Characters like Kieran Valentine constantly writing in his diary about this internal conflict he has about living up to the expectations that his parents and society have around his role as a vampire. He's introduced as an early antagonist, someone who is manipulating the focal women characters into loving him only to break their hearts. The plot further goes on to isolate him before a new student, Speldon Caldronella, is introduced to the Monster High scene. Not knowing anything about Kieran, immediately becomes his friend. This very brief interaction and subsequent mention of Speldon in Kieran's diary is really the only taste of their relationship that fans got until the 2024 Monster High Pride special. Kieran and Speldon go to the prom together. Since then, the creator has expressed that the intention was for Kieran to come out in his diary, but again faced pushback on including something so directly. In offshoot of the franchise Monster High Boo Muta Triangle, Speldon and Kieran's characters are seen living out their monster lives together. Now, another 2 focal characters I want to talk about are Cleo Denial and Frankie Stein. It is now canon that Cleo and Frankie are dating. Frankie's character is also directly established to be non-binary, using they/them pronouns. As an early viewer, I think it's so interesting to watch how the show has progressed and how they've intentionally expanded upon the representation within these characters and this world. It was so important for audiences in the early 2000s to see even these small tastes of representation on screen, whether via the characters and their internal dialogues or the direct experiences and relationship dynamics they were having with one another.